Second Opinion Games.
Game Collector here with Second Opinion Games. Now, I watched all the big boys of YouTube make their obscure gems of the Wii. Well, let's see if I could do them one better with my lists. So, let's do it. Number 10, You Don't Know Jack. You Don't Know Jack is an awesome game show. This game came out on the Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, and PS3, and the Wii version is far and away the best. That just shows how well the Wii Remote actually holds up for game shows. And your knowledge will be tested of today's pop culture to the most extremes. Sometimes one of the hardest things to do is just figuring out what the heck the question's really asking for. There's tons of stuff like this or that's and lightning rounds, and you will have a blast through over 70 episodes of this awesome trivia game. Number 9, Data East Arcade Collections. With games like Lock and Chase, Heavy Barrel, and Burger Time, Data East was an awesome game developer in the arcades for the 80s and 90s. The Wii takes full advantage of this, and if you use the arcade stick, it's just like playing the arcade at home. I especially love Bad Dudes, where I could take down Karnov. I bet you no other Russians will mess with our president ever again. This game is becoming massively expensive and increasingly hard to find. And with the perfect arcade experience right at home, it's an absolute must-have. Number 8, Oclomania. Hand-drawn graphics, great sound, and a poem aspect I can't wrap my head around. You walk through the woods as a bipolar blonde girl who picks a fight with every common creature she comes by. How do you fight? Well, challenge them to a puzzle game where you have to shift blocks around trying to get a designated amount of one color into a square block. If you do, then you chain your attacks to unleash a massive wave of critters on the opponent's screen. This game is great and very addictive, and one of the hardest parts is just trying to hold your hand still enough to play it. Number 7, Monkey King. Monkey King was a horizontal shooter based off of a TurboGrafx 16 game. If that isn't reason enough to buy it, well, let's check out the gameplay, where you could tilt your Wiimote left or right to slow up or speed up the playing fields and get through the missions even faster. This is one of those games that when you're fully powered up, you absolutely dominate. However, get hit too many times and you're right back to square one. Kill a couple of these crazy guys to open up shops where you could power up even more, and the bosses tend to be a bit of a piece of cake with easy to recognize patterns, but overall, a great shooter. Number 6, Speed Racer. A movie-based game that was based on a cartoon and one of the best racing experiences I have ever played my entire life. A absolutely terrific and engaging soundtrack that keeps my heart pounding. Not to mention, if an enemy passes you, don't be afraid to break out your Carfu, where you can just shift the Wiimote to the left or right and take them out. A boost system that is unparalleled that can maybe even have you going to the speed of sound, or maybe just save it up to repair your car. It has a lot of options here. Pick from a large lineup of characters, and maybe even finally hook up with Trixie. This game is a must-have for only about $10. Number 5, Castle of Shimigami 3. A vertical shooter where you play as only about a pixel big, a huge lineup of characters with a story that makes no sense no matter who you pick, and sometimes it's even straight out hilarious. Tons of devastating weapons and lots of options at your disposal make it as easy or as hard as you like. Even on the easiest settings, sometimes it gets unbearable with bullets covering almost every inch of the screen though. You have yourself one heck of a challenge and one great shoot 'em up. Number 4, Lost Shadow. Playing as a shadow, you need to manipulate your way through the shadows of the environment to work your way up to the top of a crazy death tower. Just to find your boy, but it's not going to be easy, as there's crazy shadow demons and lots of different puzzle aspects pretty much holding you up at every corner. This game is insane and will definitely have you keep playing your Wii for a very, very long time. Add into it a little bit of RPG elements and you have yourself one masterful artistic game. Number 3, Disaster Report. Here's a European exclusive that I really wish would have came out over here. Yes, there's quite a bit of waggle in this game, but it is also a great action shoot 'em up and even an action life-saving game. You have to keep your lungs cleared and keep yourself patted off from fire. It's an absolutely insane romp from start to finish. And it uses the speakers on the Wiimote to listen to radio reports, try and save hostages in earthquakes, or maybe even shootouts in earthquakes. This is absolutely insane. Why didn't we get this here in the States? Number 2, Fatal Frame 4. Fatal Frame 4 is a Japanese exclusive, which means you're probably going to have to mod your Wii and install an English patch just to play it. You play as these Japanese schoolgirls walking around a crazy, haunted, insane asylum, just trying to figure out a mystery. Oh my god, I have chills just talking about this game. Add to it the speakers that have horrifying shrieks that come through, maybe even a telephone with a ghost on the other end. This game is absolutely horrifying in every sense of the word. Your only weapon is the camera obscura, which is very slow, and deliberately so, to try and capture the evil spirits. Try going to bed after playing this game, and if you do, you'll probably end up wetting it anyway. Number 1, New Super Mario Bros. Thank God you guys decided to mod your Wii when I told you about a minute ago, because you're going to need to play this fan-made game. And because the fans made it with absolute love, every piece of this game stands out. There's tons of new assets in there, and even some new suits like the Hammer Brothers suit, which this time can actually kill the ghosts, giving it a reason to be in the game. On top of it, there's the return of Shy Guys, tons of different environments, and even a whole ghost world instead of just ghost houses all over the place, and you have yourself the best Mario experience ever made. And it's one of the most challenging. Trying to get every gold coin in this game will definitely take you some serious time. So that was my hidden gems on the Wii, and every single one of them is worth tracking down. I do have a few more of them though, and maybe they'll even get full reviews in the future. Also, I do a ton of Atari Jaguar reviews, so if you want to see almost every single one ever made, well, just subscribe and make sure you stay tuned, because I am putting them out as fast as I can. Thanks again, guys.